Everybody hold your water.
Ready? What's that?
Balls, balls, balls.
Triple shot.
Balls, green 18. Green 18, 10.
All right, folks, let's pull back the curtain and let's sit down with the Rhino, Alex Boone. 10-plus years in the NFL trenches, and you're going to make us smarter as we watch the Houston Texans gash and decimate the New England Patriots on the ground. Almost 200 yards rushing, a couple of 50-plus yard breakaway runs. You love Joe Mixon, so I figured I'd get some Joe Mixon in here for you. But the Texans showing everyone that they are still a force in the AFC.
Yeah, I mean, coming back strong. I mean, obviously it's the Patriots, but at the same time, they came out and they Joe Mixon is back. I've been missing him since that hip drop tackle, but it is fun to see this offense, and when they're clicking together, they are exciting. They don't even have Nico Collins, but honestly, between Joe Mixon, Dameon Pierce, Tank Dell, and
Diggsy.
Dude, you got enough playmakers to do a lot. And you haven't even started talking about their tight ends and Schultz. That's why it's like once they start getting revved up, they're going to be really fun to watch. And I love them. I've loved them for a long time. I love the way CJ Stroud plays. Their offensive line is one of the best in the league. They are fucking tough. They get after people. But you add a guy like Joe Mixon to this offense, and I don't know why Cincinnati let him go, because when he gets the ball, you start counting the money in your bank account. Like, is it worth it? Is it worth it for me to step in front of this motherfucker? Am I paid? Am I paid? Like, and I can't tell you how many times we would line up and just laugh, and guys be like, "You're not handing it off, are you?" Be like, "Motherfucker, you better get ready."
Frank Gore is coming.
Dude, it wasn't Frank that scared people. It was guys like, we played with Brandon Jacobs, who was 275 pounds, and it was like, You ready to do this? It's so fun when you can come out here. But then not only that, but then showing up in the pass game, right? Like knowing that it's man coverage and a simple flat route fucking scores a touchdown. It's like, dude, they're another team. And I'm not going to say that the effort by the Patriots was shitty, but that Dameon Pierce run, like 4 guys broke off of him. And it's like, dude, At some point, you're giving these guys a lot of confidence that they're just going to run this ball down someone's fucking throat. And when they don't want to do that, they're just going to let CJ Stroud stand back there and pick you apart.
Well, let's peek a few of the. So we've done some CJ Stroud passing stuff in the past. Let's just focus on some of the bigger chunk run plays from the Houston Texans offense. And if you're new here and you haven't already, click that subscribe button and the like button on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel. We appreciate you guys spreading the word and helping us grow this thing. We're about a year and a half in since we launched it, and it seems like there's a lot of people that enjoy offensive line centric breakdowns. So appreciate you guys. All right, I'm gonna roll this. Let's watch some gashing.
Here it is. I'm going to let you watch this. Go ahead. I'm going to appreciate it. I love how he's high-stepping his ass over there. Like, dude, come on, Joe, get there. Go back. All right, now listen. Everybody sit down. This is fucking advanced. This play is called whammo. I used to love whammo. Pause. Because you're whamming the nose tackle. Giro used to love this shit. He'd be like, you see that big porky guy right there? He doesn't want to do anything. Let's go throw somebody at him when he's not looking. And this is fun because it creates this lane. And what you do front side is you go slip, so the tackle and the guard are going defensive end to front side linebacker. The back side, we used to Raider this, where the guard would go through and then the center would pin back like a power. But you could do this right here where you would call it some sort of inverted A, or it would be a through call. Left guard or right guard's got to do a little bit better job not letting that hat get in front side, but it's still a good enough job, right? Like we get in front of them. But here's where the money is. If you can get this nose tackle whammed and this guard up on the front side linebacker,
so boom, and then guard gets up here to this guy right here.
Oh, dude, talk dirty to me. Because, every once in a while we get sick of running zone. I don't want to run zone. I want this dude to be like, wait, did nobody just block me? Boom!
And he gets around. He gets around. He out-leverages him.
Absolutely. This center this nose tackle, this play is very rarely run but it is a way to change it up for everybody. The key on this is that guard has to get up on that front side linebacker. As long as you block those 2 guys, this play is out the gate. The problem is most of the time that you run this, most of the nose tackles know it's kind of coming because of that motion right there, and they just sit down on it. This is a great job of Joe getting the ball. It's a very quick hitting play too. That's what the offensive line knows. It goes through right now. It's in the trap family. Trap would be obviously a backside guard pulling on a 3 technique. Wham is when you hit the nose tackle. A crunch would be if that tight end came down and hit a 3 technique. So it's in that family where the ball's out now. which is
I love
fun.
the trap family of running
Oh,
plays. I
trap
love it.
family is my
Do you
most.
guys have like trap family gatherings ever? What other plays are invited to the trap family?
Trap, wham, crunch, maybe a G scheme front side, depending on who's doing it, right? Like, yeah, I could get dirty, dude. You want to talk about some dirty shit? Cover me in baby oil. Here we go. Remember that
Crack
play.
down on me. Yes.
Remember that play. It's going to come up later. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's another. This is like just 8-9 yard chunk here. Doesn't look anything like the
Super fun
54
stuff.
yard one. But
This play right here, this is counter. And it's counter because you're running it to a front side tight end and you're telling the guard to kick out the widest man right there. And you have right. Go ahead. Yeah.
all right, hold on. Yeah. Okay. We'll go back to the beginning here.
So front side, you're working this deuce technique down to the second. You're always leaving two. So boom, boom. Technically, the first two, you know that tight end's taking that defensive end, so you're not counting him. So you're going to the will linebacker. You're leaving the two linebackers off the ball. Front side guard always has the long pull on a counter. That's why it's called counter. It tells you you're pulling for the widest. Backside tight end is cutting up, and normally it would be a fullback, but here they're using a tight end, which could technically be a fullback because this is 12 personnel. Could be 21, just depending on how they see it.
So
But
guard is kicking out to the widest,
Mm-hmm.
like the linebacker you said, and then tight end Schultz
It's pulling
coming
up
in
for
here.
front side linebacker, and then front side tackle as backside linebacker. It's a very fun play. But what's even greater about it is you get this little bit of motion by number 8. Go back a little bit. Who's standing in front of this linebacker? And they used to call this. Giro used to love this real quick, where they'd hezzy with them. They'd kind of mess with them, like step in front of him, because it kind of just gets his eyes for a second. And then as he comes back to regroup, he sees that 76 is just coming to smear him. Whoop whoop. Right there, what's going on, and now here it comes right now. And this is a great job by the tight end, blocking the defensive end as much as he can. Oh, Joe makes a great cut. And this is where you better remember, Joe's putting his shoulder down, dude. He don't mess around.
So does
I
Joe
love
have the
this.
option of splitting the two pulling tight end and guards here, or is it meant to sort of bounce out around the...
Counter's
The
never
pulling
really
guard.
meant to bounce, but this is a great job of him realizing that hole is going to close, and he just kind of gets outside and adds on right there, which is great. Hit those safeties, hit those corners, destroy them.
Got Pierce in the game here. Oh, look at that.
Gash them. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, baby. Here we go.
All right, so we got...
This is weak. We're running 97 weak because there's no fullback and there's no tight end front side. So front side tackles blocking defensive end. We're gapping to 53. We're being backside, which is basically becomes one of the biggest blocks. But what's a great job, and I think that's Dalton Schultz. Go back real quick.
86. Yeah.
He does a great job of turning the defensive end outside. We just watched Taylor Decker do it differently, where he kind of ran his man and Panay Sewell, they kind of ran their guy up the field. A tight end's not going to be able to displace a defensive end like this, but he does a great job of putting a nail in the coffin right there. And see how he creates that quick running lane? Just that little bit of forcing him back outside allows Shaq Mason to turn this B block more vertical right there, and Titus Howard pushes it across. And there's where your lane comes. These plays are super fast hitting. Like right now, he has to make a decision whether he wants to run it right now to the left between the tackle and the guard, or whether he's cutting this back. And he makes a great call because look where the linebackers are. They're completely over the top, and those are what they're reading. The offensive line is supposed to create the hole. The running back reads the linebackers, and once they've crossed over the midline like that, like he knows that B has gotten beat, so he can get tackled front side. He cuts back, and it runs him right back into that B block. Oh, dude, I know.
It's a clinic, man. This is a clinic.
Told you, dude. This offensive line, they're really starting to put it together. What did I say about remembering that play? Didn't I say I remember that play?
Oh, look at this.
Could have swore I said remember that play.
Scootily doot.
If you don't stop it, I'm gonna bring it back out the gate. What play is this?
Is this whammo?
This is whammo, baby.
It's in the counter. What is it in the? It's in the
Trap.
The trap
Trap family.
family. The trap family. Yeah, because we're okay.
This is a great job.
Bang.
Boom, boom. Now this time, Demetric Wise gets a little nosy in there and forces these two to run him off the ball. But this is, once again, it's a great slip. The guard's in the tackle's hip pocket. He's firing off the ball. Boom, boom. Now they become this mesh force that drive this off the ball. The lane's not so dominant here, but right there it becomes even more dominant. And this is a great job by Dameon Pierce of getting through here, trusting his O-line. Remember, this ball has to get through the A-gap. You're never really going to bounce a fucking wham. Now you're really on your own. But it's a great job of following the double team up here and then making a cutout.
By the way, I love how the tight end is not hiding this at all. He's literally staring at the nose guard, and then he creeps his way over.
I think he's.
But it doesn't.
I think he's like, wait a minute, they want me to hit who?
Yeah,
this dude. Do they not know how big I am? Oh God, don't hurt me. The nose tackle's a little more ready for it this time, which is funny. But at the same time, Dameon Pierce getting through this hole right there. Receivers show up. Diggsy, you son of a bitch. Hey. Love that. By the way, sorry, that was Joe Mixon. This is the
Joe Mixon. Now we got Pierce here. This is where yarder by
this
Pierce.
is where I start to think you're a little demoralized when I start watching the people tackle on this, and I love this.
And he's not even wearing a mouth guard. He's about to run for 54
well,
yards.
You know what
without
that's
a mouth
doing?
guard.
That's causing my 7th graders to not wear theirs. And let me tell you who's stopping the game to put it in: the referee. And I'm getting really pissed off. So if everybody could put their goddamn mouth guard back in, that'd be fabulous.
Great
Love
tackling
this.
there. By the way,
I love that he got in here too. Love that. Yeah, that's fab fucking tackling, isn't it? Bill Belichick's having a heart attack somewhere.
He really is.
No,
I love
I
Bill
fucking
Belichick.
kidding.
You get him on the Manning cast. He just tears
Talking
Woody Johnson
shit
in
about
half.
Woody Johnson. Yeah, by the way, that we thought he was going there. That's out. So it's Vrabel. We know for sure it's Vrabes.
Yeah.
Hey, here we go. We're running a simple SWAT type of play, and this is where we run it out of like a wing set. So we want 2 tight ends over here. We're gonna let them. We used to call this kind of like a quad block. When the 2 tight ends would do it, it was a quad. So they're going to take those 2 off the ball. It's a great job. Somebody must have alerted at least a little bit of a Zorro because the tackle's coming out here to help a little bit. He does a great job of displacing that outside linebacker, and Diggsy does a great job of jumping in here to make a block with this tight
here,
end.
right?
Yeah,
Here.
which is awesome because we talked about it with the Lions. If you want to have a dominant run game, the receivers have to show up. But this is where everything
This is
else,
vision right here, man. Right? I mean, to see this.
and not only that, but this is a lot of Dameon Pierce just making dudes miss. Let's see. Here's one. Let's see. This guy's got him dead to rights. No, I'm going to leave my.
Let me go back a little bit. Let's count
idiot.
this should have been a good chunk play, like a good 5-9 yard gain, right? So I would say this dude
That's
had a shot. That's 1. 2.
That was, I don't know who leaves their feet.
3. You like the third guy? I mean, come on, guy.
95's loafing. He don't know what's going on. And this is, once again, just a great job getting through. You never know what play is going to score. And when you have running backs like this that can make people miss and make tacklers look stupid, dude.
That's 4 right there. We're going to count that as a 4th one.
Of course we are. I kind of wanted to count 50, but he got smoked coming back.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that. That wouldn't be fair.
So, it's the Patriots. It's not going to be the Houston Texans win and performance that everyone remembers at the end of the year, but just some interesting. And we talk a lot about the pass game weapons and CJ Stroud through the air. And I just thought it'd be fun to focus on the ground game with 2 really good running backs and some fun schemes there. So,
I mean,
yeah,
dude, those
Houston
running
Texans
backs counted for 3 of their touchdowns in that game. Those guys are another 2-headed beast down there that's starting to. Now that Joe's back, it's great to have him back, but it's going to be.
It kind of feels like the AFC right now. I mean, Chiefs aren't going anywhere. The Ravens have caught fire, and the Texans are in that mix. And then we'll kind of see
how about
Colts? Some of the other teams.
Are we putting them in there because Flacco?
Not in that group. Dude, Shane Steichen. I can coach a little bit.
I'm kidding. They said Anthony Richardson's back this week, so I have.
Well, then they're screwed.
The 50-50 ball is going to be way up.
If they were to stick with Joe Flacco, I'd say 10 wins.
Oh, dude, for sure. I was just talking to someone today in Cleveland, and they are still so mad that they got rid of Joe Flacco. They're like, they could have used him right now. Could have put him in. Everybody got so excited. I was like, don't get me. We just talked about this. Don't get me started.
I hope he spends the next 3 or 4 years just
team to team.
Be a mercenary.
Showing up. Do your
Go
best.
Get a team to double-digit wins in a playoff appearance.
Somebody run down there. I'm going to throw it real far. Uncle Rico style. I love
Somebody
it.
get me my skim milk. and my slippers and my newspaper.
And my rope.
All right, he's the Rhino, Alex Boone. For our guy, Jeremiah Sirles, who's going to be back breaking
Ding
down
him.
film next week. Sorry, buddy. I know you were doing agent things in New York, but you missed the podcast, so we have to ding you. Click that subscribe button and the like button if you are a Texans fan or if you just enjoy offensive line breakdown material. We'll see you guys next time.